one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
From KTLA 5 News, we get this story here, where a man has died after a report of trespassing escalated to a lethal force encounter with a deputy on Monday morning. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department confirmed to KTLA News. Now at 7:26 a.m. on Monday, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said a deputy responded to the Metrolink rail lines in Redlands, California, between Nevada and California streets for the trespassing call and found a man later identified as 37-year-old Jeff De Vargas Ramirez of Redlands on the tracks. The deputy purportedly told Ramirez to leave the tracks due to the danger of trains traveling the rail line. According to the sheriff's department, Ramirez refused to comply. Instead, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department said, Ramirez immediately became confrontational with the deputy. Quote, Ramirez armed himself with rocks in both hands, approached the deputy in an aggressive manner, and a lethal force encounter occurred, says the sheriff's department. Right here.
This video was given to us by someone who says their partner was getting gas near the intersection of California and the 10 freeway in Redlands at about 7:30. San Bernardino County sheriffs say that's one of their deputies there, confronting someone they describe as a trespassing suspect on the train tracks that run parallel to the freeway. Now, that single deputy appears to be giving commands to the suspect at gunpoint, but the suspect is not complying. And now you're going to see that suspect puts his arm straight out and makes a move towards the deputy. That's when the deputy opens fire. We have paused the video at the moment that suspect was struck. San Bernardino County Sheriff say the suspect was rushed to the hospital for surgery. We don't know his condition. The deputy was not injured. Coming back out live here to me.
Now, details are limited, and authorities did not immediately provide further information on this confrontation, other than the fact that it ended with Ramirez being struck by gunfire, which you just saw. The sheriff's department said medical aid was rendered at the scene before Ramirez was transported to a nearby hospital where, despite life-saving measures, he died from his wounds. Now, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department noted that the deputy was not injured at the time, and as detectives continue to investigate this deadly encounter, the Sheriff's Department asks anyone with possible information on this case contact this detective in the Specialized Investigation Division. There's a phone number, there's a name, click the link in the description box. But I'm just going to give a disclaimer right here up front. I apologize to Sheriff Shannon Dicus or anybody that might be offended by my following comments here. But you've seen the video. They say, well, he armed himself with rocks. Okay, maybe he had rocks. It looked like he was stepping towards a deputy, but he had his arms out when he was shot. His arms were out like this when he got shot. He wasn't throwing the rocks. He wasn't pitching the rock. His arms went up like that and he got shot. And when I saw this story late Monday afternoon, and it was in my head all the way to when I went to go to sleep that night, Monday night. All I could think about as I was trying to fall asleep was this man lost his life because a deputy crapped his pants. Because a deputy got scared, this man's life was taken. And I get it. I'm armchair quarterbacking. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the scene, heart racing, blood pressure up, adrenaline flowing. I get all of that. But you have to remember when you're a law enforcement officer, okay, maybe they say, well, they only have a second to react. They only have, yeah, but you have a very, very particular job where you have to be meticulous about pulling that trigger. I'm sorry, but you've got to be disciplined, frame of mind, all of that, focused. And in my humble opinion, This deputy screwed up and he needs to be charged with some form of homicide, whether it's murder two or manslaughter, voluntary or involuntary. He needs to be charged for homicide. That's in my humble opinion. From what we've seen in the video, guy's arms go up, he gets shot. The deputy could have went back to the sidewalk and said, I need another unit out here. I need backup. This guy's getting. He could have went back to the sidewalk where his car was at and went, come on, dude, just get off the tracks. That's all we want. No, he pulled his gun and said, come on, do it. Give me a reason. I mean, he didn't say that, but that's the interpretation from the video. He stood there with his gun, and when the guy threw his arms up and went forward, he shot him. He shot an, and I'm going to say unarmed man. Maybe he had rocks in his hands, but his hands were out. He wasn't throwing them, and he got shot. I'm sorry for belaboring this, but I want to hammer it into your head. His arms were out when that trigger went back. That deputy could have retreated. We had rocks, man. Rocks? Deputy could have retreated and said, oh, whoa, man. We saw the video. But this one really troubled me because a man lost his life with his arms out. But not only did it trouble me because of that, but because I read the press release by the sheriff's department. Well, he is armed with rocks. But we saw the video. I'm going to keep saying it. I want you guys to understand this. This is what we're dealing with. And if this deputy isn't charged, then we're going to know the truth. You get what I'm saying? If this deputy is justified in this shooting,